It's hard to believe, but we will no longer see Toni Kroos in a Real Madrid jersey, and we have seen him in the national team jersey for the last time. Toni could definitely have played a couple more seasons, delighting us with his game and winning a few more trophies for his collection. However, like any self-respecting German, he calculated precisely that 17 years at the professional level were enough to leave an incredible legacy in football. Wherever he played, he always achieved success, both personal and team-wise. Any player would envy not only the huge trophy cabinet that Toni has, but also the talent he possesses, which we will miss for sure. But which other 8 footballers have decided to end their careers this summer? Watch until the end, as there will be many interesting names. One of the best goalkeepers in English football, Joe Hart, has decided to hang up his gloves. Hart was the undisputed #1 in the national team for many years, and had several excellent seasons at Manchester City, especially under Roberto Mancini and Manuel Pellegrini. During this time, he was awarded 4 Golden Gloves, a record for goalkeepers in the Premier League. He was a fan favorite at the club, and many still believe he didn't deserve what Guardiola did to his career. The loan to Torino was a turning point for him. In 36 Serie A matches, he conceded 62 goals, which shattered his confidence in his abilities. Subsequent loans to West Ham and Burnley were also unsuccessful. Within a couple of years, he went from being an elite goalkeeper to a backup at Tottenham. However, in 2021, he decided to move to Celtic, where he managed to revive his career, becoming a regular starter and winning 7 more trophies before retiring. He chose not to extend his contract with the Scottish club and decided to end his career. Interestingly, the 37-year-old goalkeeper announced his retirement immediately after his clean sheet record was broken by Ederson. Another player who spent significant time on the red side of Manchester and was considered a key player under Mourinho, 36-year-old Belgian midfielder Marouane Fellaini, announced his retirement in February 2024. In 2019, he moved to China to play for Shandong Taishan, explaining that he wanted something new for his career and life after so many years in England. He had also played successfully for Everton from 2008 to 2013, in addition to Manchester United. Despite playing in China, where he only managed to win the Chinese FA Cup in his final season with the club, he did not forget about his hometown club, Standard Liège, which gave him his start in professional football. During COVID, the club faced financial problems, and to show his gratitude, he decided to transfer £2.6 million to the club's account to help it survive. Considering how much money he earned in China, I don't think this amount significantly affected his wallet, as he was earning €20 million per year there. Legendary Arsenal defender Shkodran Mustafi has also announced his retirement. It wouldn't be an exaggeration for Gunners fans to consider Mustafi as one of the embodiments of one of the darker chapters of their beloved club. Arsenal signed him as a World Cup winner with the German national team and as a solid defender from Valencia. However, the €40 million spent on him turned out not to be the best investment. The reason for such a decline in the player's form, he himself cannot understand to this day. After Arsenal terminated his contract in 2021, he moved to the declining Schalke and later played for Spanish club Levante for a couple more seasons. During his time there, he struggled to play due to injuries. After his contract expired, he tried to find a club where he could continue playing for a year, but eventually decided to end his football career and became an assistant coach for the German U17 national team. His partner during Arsenal's banter era, Greek defender Sokratis Papastathopoulos, played well for Werder Bremen and Dortmund before joining the Gunners, where he was a key defender. However, like Mustafi, his time at Arsenal can hardly be called successful, and his contract was terminated in January 2021. After that, he returned to Greece, where he played for Olympiacos. There, he played regularly and even became the team captain, but the club decided not to extend his contract with the aging defender. Real Betis offered him a helping hand as they urgently needed a defender due to Marc Bartra's injury. By January, Sokratis had regained his optimal form and played decently for the rest of the season, but instead of extending his contract, the 36-year-old player decided to announce his retirement as he wanted to spend more time with his family. Italian defender Leonardo Bonucci had a phenomenal career, but its conclusion, frankly speaking, deserved better. The 2023-24 season is one that the Italian would certainly want to forget, as he changed clubs twice within 6 months and frankly failed at both. First at Union Berlin and then at Fenerbahce. Compared to his time at Juventus, these were catastrophically poor outcomes. Both of his departures from Juventus were due to conflicts with Allegri, and whether in Milan or in his recent clubs, he has frankly disappointed, as the player himself admits. He will long remember his final departure from Juventus, acknowledging it as a scar for the rest of his life, desiring a different end to his playing career. However, we will soon see the Euro 2020 winner in the role of a manager, as he finds this job interesting and does not want to stray far from football. His new goal is to return to Juventus as a manager and win the Champions League with them, something he couldn't achieve as a player. Another German footballer with incredible potential, whose career, though fairly decent, remains somewhat incomplete, is Lars Stindl. He played 271 matches for Mönchengladbach, scoring 83 goals and providing 62 assists, and not only served as captain, but truly became became a club legend. Despite receiving offers to move to Dortmund, Leverkusen, and Bayern Munich, he chose to stay at Mönchengladbach. However, the main reason for such loyalty was the player's susceptibility to injuries, which became increasingly apparent over the years. This was similarly evident during his time at Hanover, where he played for 5 years, though it was not as pronounced. Stindl decided to gracefully end his career and returned to Karlsruhe, where he began his football journey. He joined Karlsruhe as a free agent, and in his final season in the second Bundesliga, he played 25 matches, scoring 5 goals and providing 5 assists. After this, the 35-year-old footballer announced his retirement. The only footballer Kyle Walker feared in his career, and who came very close to joining Liverpool in 2014, was the Ukrainian winger Yevhen Konoplyanka, who quietly ended his playing career at the age of 34. After an unsuccessful stint in Romania with Cluj, where he made only 4 substitute appearances before his contract was terminated, he previously played in Poland for Cracovia, where he was a useful player but no longer showed significant performances on the pitch. Many remember him for his phenomenal goal against England in 2012 during the World Cup qualifiers, as well as for his time at Dnipro, where he led them to the Europa League final in 2015. He then joined Sevilla, initially performing well, but after they appointed a new manager, he was sold to Schalke, where his career took a downturn. He also played briefly for Shakhtar, where he similarly failed to reach the level of football we all remember him for. Currently, Konoplyanka has opened a football agency and is also involved with his esports team. This footballer is well known among Leeds fans for helping them return to the Premier League after many years. I'm talking about Stuart Dallas, who announced his retirement the day after turning 33. But why did he end his career so early? For those who may not recall, in April 2022, he suffered a serious knee injury during a match against Manchester City, following a collision with Jack Grealish. He spent 2 years recovering from surgery. Despite beginning training in September 2023 and reassuring fans in March 2024 that he was doing everything possible to return to the pitch, he ultimately conceded in April that he must now accept the fact that his knee suffered irreparable damage. Nevertheless, he had a fulfilling career. Starting in his native Northern Ireland, he played impressively for Crusaders before earning a transfer to Brentford, after a season spent in Northampton for practice, and later he played a pivotal role in Brentford's promotion to the Championship. He joined Leeds in 2015, where he spent 9 years of his career and became a beloved figure among the fans of the club. I might have missed mentioning other important footballers who announced the end of their football careers for various reasons, but in any case, I would like to thank them for the emotions and for their game over many years. Please write in the comments which footballer you personally will miss on the pitch. It will be interesting to read why they were important to you. I would definitely miss prime Konoplyanka and Man City's version of Joe Hart. In the meantime, I recommend you to watch my other videos that you can see on your screen, such as footballers who revived their career this season and footballers who never reached their potential. My name is Ole. Love this game. I'll see you next time.